Have you ever tried to explain your feelings to someone and they responded with, "You shouldn't think that, don't feel like that, it's not that bad, hey babe, you'll be fine"? Yeah, well, welcome to my personal hell.
And welcome to my personal confusion, because I genuinely thought I was helping.
You did, didn't you? Except you weren't. And you were accidentally gaslighting me constantly. So look, communication styles, they can make or break a relationship. And in our case, they nearly broke us before we'd even got started.
I honestly thought that talking wasn't the point. That you acted, you helped, you fixed, and move on.
And what I needed was somebody who could actually demonstrate with their words a level of validation, and that the companionship that would bring for me in my internal world would actually be the medicine, not the "you'll be right" kind of drive. So when my nervous system was all fired up and triggered, when trauma memories were looping through, and when shame was chewing through my chest wall, the one thing I needed was someone to just say, "I get it. That sounds really hard." But no, Beige Boy would hit me with, "It's not that bad. Don't think like that. It'll be fine." Inside, I felt genuinely insane. Like my reality was just too much for anybody else to cope with, let alone myself. And at the core of me, that just cemented the narrative that I'd had since I existed, that I was too much.
Yeah, but that was never what I wanted.
No.
I genuinely thought that I was being soothing and caring. I said, "Hey babe, no need to panic, everything's going to be okay." But I realised I was telling you that how you're feeling, your emotions were wrong.
You were.
And but for me, growing up, I know where that came from. Feelings weren't really a thing that you focused on. If you're upset, the rule was just ignore it, shut it down, distract yourself, and pretend it didn't happen. So when Dee was overwhelmed, I'd default and I'd say, "Just don't think about it." And to me, that made total sense.
Yeah. Whereas I couldn't
No,
not think about it,
no.
because my whole internal system was screaming that you weren't hearing me, and that made me feel even more alone and more isolated, and just made me feel absolutely crazy. And that is the internal recipe for a trauma bond, and that's what we're creating. And I want to be ever so clear here. Beige Boy was not intentionally gaslighting me. By minimising someone's emotional reality, it might feel the same as gaslighting, because the impact is identical. You start doubting yourself.
And I had no idea that what I was doing, that my calm voice or wanting to be calm was actually invalidating the crap out of you and how you were feeling.
And it just drove me into a deeper place of containment, like a prison, and where I shut down and just felt so unsafe.
Yep.
And I remember the day that I snapped. There's probably more than one, more like about 1,000, and said to you, "I don't need you to fix anything here. I just need you to say that I hear you. Just be with me in this moment."
And that, to me, thinking back, I felt like that wasn't enough. I felt like I wanted to have a solution. I wanted to fix things. Yeah, I really did.
Yeah. And you know what? I wanted the storm inside of me to be experienced and witnessed by you, not shifted or changed. I didn't need you to drag me away from the storm. I needed it to be witnessed.
Yeah, that's a fair call. I need to
So here's what we figured out through this, is that you don't have to have the same communication style. In fact, that would be incredibly boring. But you do need to learn to validate each other's realities.
The thing you can say, which is what I would say, is don't feel that way. Trust me, I've got the emotional scars to prove it.
And here's the best thing you can say. You want to know what it is? And it sounds heavy, but it's not. All you need to do is turn up and say, "I'm here." That is how you build safety, is turning up and being present. And if you're someone who needs the words and you're with someone who communicates through actions, let me assure you, we've got through it and we still work hard at it. You just need to share a language that communicates on a similar level, just to find those places of connection. And you can do that through curiosity, checking in with each other.
Yep.
What do you need? How are you feeling? What's happening for you?
It. Yep. We're still learning ours, and we're still learning that every day. But hey, welcome to the chaos.
Yes.